Hello everyone, welcome to Game Development Updates. This is me, Greta. I'm going to be hosting today's updates, stream number 5. I hope you're feeling amazing, doing fantastic because we have a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot to share with you. And I hope you are as excited as I am. I see the hype is going up in the chat. And I have some very special guests today, but before we continue to the good part, because I know you all want to hear the spoilers, you all want to see what we are about to show you, but just be a bit more patient. All the previous episodes, as you know, we have our YouTube channel. You can catch them there at any point given, and you can keep in track with our game development update. And as we're on to it, I want to show you what I have here on this very screen. Hello, hello everyone.
Hello, it's a pleasure.
Can you...
How?
Yeah, what's up? Do you want to introduce yourselves, guys? Because I know that the community, most of them know you, but let's go with a short intro.
Of course. So, hello everyone. It's again a great pleasure to meet you at this time of the month. My name is Venelin Vasilev. I'm CEO of Beastbars Entertainment, the company that is making this amazing game called Scars of Honor. And next to me is who?
Francesco Bonizio, the art director on this amazing project. And I'm here again for the second time. It's a pleasure to be here, absolutely. And today we're gonna show a lot of artsy stuff. So,
oh my God, not so much artsy, but other stuff as well. So guys, stay tuned because good things are coming your way.
Absolutely, and I can see that you both are very impatient of like sharing what we're gonna be seeing today. Like you're like, let's go to the good part. Like, come on, we don't wanna keep people waiting anymore. But sure, before we deep dive into those things, I wanna say, you probably noticed, like we are not in, I should call it a dungeon anymore. We have moved our streams remote so more people can participate and take part to our live game development update here on Twitch. So we're doing everything fully remotely. So I want to also apologize in advance if something happens, but the first time, and it's gonna get better with the time. But we're gonna do our best, and we're still gonna show you all the content that we have for you.
And we have quite some to say.
Oh yeah, like I'm personally mind blown. But let's before we get started to the content, there is I'm not sure if it's amongst the most spiciest things that we are about to show to our audition or the least one, but it's one of my favorites, and this visual is something amazing. All right, well, I'm gonna show you something incredible by watching. I see the comments in the chat. Yes, that is correct. That is correct, guys. Yes, absolutely. That is correct. Benny, Abbo, how do you feel about that? That's a big step. That's absolutely a big step.
That's a huge step, and I'm really happy to say that we'll be personally visiting Brazil for the BGS event. And guys, if you want to meet in person, I really invite you to be there. It will be a great honor to play Scars of Honor with you guys. We have some amazing build that we are preparing for this event. The game will be unrecognizable compared to what you have seen on the previous tests. And I'm absolutely positive that we are going to have such a blast. So guys, if possible, just take a quick flight and let's see you there in Brazil.
Well, quick is a very strong word, perhaps, for some people out there. But yes, and
Depends.
I can guarantee that this it's really not going to be like anything like we showed before in the test. Like there's been quite a few upgrades, I would say, since the last time. We're gonna see something today, perhaps. But if you want to
Just
see
a
the meat of it,
small part, just a
just a sneak
absolutely small
peek.
part. Yeah.
But if you want to see the meat of this upgrade and this massive overhaul, you need to go there and try it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're getting questions like, how quick is a quick flight though?
Depends where you live. If you live next to Brazil or inside Brazil, it's very quick.
That's true. Well, I'm really eager to even show you more of this. As far as I know, this is one of the first big events that's going to be happening as a starter, right?
Yes, absolutely. This is the biggest event that we have been so far. There are plenty more that we will participate afterwards. But yeah, the hype is real, and we are really looking forward to see our community in live, in person. So yeah, it's gonna be a big step.
I kind of wonder how many of you that are watching us live all over social media are actually based in Brazil. I wanna get a bit of a perspective on it. Let's see. Raise your hand or type yes in the chat if you are from Brazil. Only 12 hours? Well, that's quite... I mean, okay, it's kind of quick if you think about it. If you sleep throughout the whole flight, it is quick. So don't worry about it. Hope on a plane, honestly, it's gonna be worth it, guys. And everyone who is currently in Brazil, more than welcome to come.
Absolutely. Okay. So what do we have next?
What do we have next? I guess since we were talking about the Brazil game show, might as well a bit more right over here.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
I am very happy with this one.
this is the booth where we'll be at. This is the design. This is how you can recognize us, and we will quickly go over the models that we have prepared for the booth, so you can just quickly throw a glance. So let's go. Let's see what we have in store.
Yeah, go ahead, Abbo. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I wanted to also say there's a reason why we designed the booth in this way. We're not gonna go in depth because, again, go there and try it. But the most attentive viewers will notice that the setup of this booth has some specific
Shape.
choices to it.
Yes.
And also, by the way, little trivia: the wall texture is actually from the human architecture.
In the game.
Yes, this is our in-game wall architecture.
Yes, here some people will already catch what is happening. What are we probably preparing for there? So yeah, guys, more information will be unveiled in the next stream. So stay tuned. But not only that, we will uncover a bit more of what is coming next at the end of this stream.
Okay. I love the outlook, but Abbo, can you tell me a bit more of the inspiration?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
So there's been quite a lot of iteration, and I must say our marketing team has done amazing efforts to, get the right feeling to it. The idea is, of course, we need to convey the medieval feeling, because at the end we're still a medieval fantasy game, and trying to get that cozy atmosphere as almost if it were a tavern, but as let's say Hearthstone.
Where is the Yale?
Exactly, as Torsas is that in a tavern there can be a lot of cheer, there can be a lot of merriment, but also a lot of brawling and fighting. So
fighting, you say?
Yeah, it's a
Who are we
very
fighting, guys?
diverse.
Who are we fighting? We're not gonna be fighting the visitors, right? I hope not.
Okay.
I really hope not.
See the speculation.
Okay, okay, no. But
Chat, let us know, what do you think we are going to present there with this kind of setup that we are showing? Can we see some guesses in the chat?
oh yeah, can we?
Someone says, so that means they have the combat fixed. Get a good time. I like that.
Yeah, that's absolutely what you're gonna be getting because, well, if you happen to hop on, I'll be there too.
Kaushi, you nailed it, man. I'm telling you.
Medieval cocktails? That is interesting. Yes. Okay. Okay. What else do
I
you
also
think,
think
guys?
Bense did actually guess right, and also Kashir, they did guess right immediately. Like, kudos.
These are experienced players.
They learned how to spot the secrets in every stream.
Exactly.
But that's how we like our fan base, dedicated.
More about that will be unveiled very soon.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job. But I do like some of the ideas. Maybe we can think about it and see if we can improve that. Because everyone who's watching right now are going quite creative with different types of ideas. Especially with the medieval cocktails. Maybe we can write that one down. We'll see what we're gonna make out of it. That is actually pretty badass.
A medieval cocktail with the Baron. Can you imagine this?
Ooh.
A salmon-based cocktail because they're barons.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
guys, let's see, what do we have next?
Oh, I don't know. I think you gotta be telling us something. Like I think
We do.
You need to tell us something very important. Like extremely
important.
Should
Several
we have like
important things.
Drum roll, like a little drum roll, and here it is.
That's it. Guys,
here it is.
This is the official date of the next public test that we are going to create for Scars of Honor. It is October 26th. As you might guess, there is a slight delay. We promised a test in September. However, we are creating quite a lot of new things, and we want to take our time to polish it and provide you the best possible quality so you can enjoy the game in the shape and form that you deserve. It will take a time, but believe me, you've seen our progress and we have yet more to provide. I will give the word a bit to Abbo to just quickly explain some of the changes that we have applied only on the art side, and then I will give you a bit more information about the technical side of the project and what we have improved there. So without further ado, Abbo, can you tell us a bit about the art overhauls that we did on art, on characters, on environment, just very quickly. Very quickly
being an operative word, because I could speak about it for like 6 hours, but I don't want to tire anyone. So as you may have noticed by also the previous streams and I mean all of the material that we're showing you, the game is undergoing a massive metamorphosis. I'll be honest, I will take the blame here. I'm one of the people that said, let's take a step back and let's prepare something mind-blowing. Like let's stop a minute, let's reassess what we're doing artistically, visually, technologically as well, and let's try to really push the envelope. We shouldn't really be okay by just existing as a product. We should really bring something to the table. And of course, we're no AAA studio, so we need to be smart about what we're doing. And one of the things that we can do is to improve the technology and to support better the art. In the case of the characters, so one thing that I personally really do not like is the old, texture only splattered on the character, very flat. It's almost like a skin suit all the time. Like you have a plate armor that is a skin suit. I am not a fan of that. As a connoisseur of armors, I am not a fan. And so what we spent a lot of time, for instance, rewriting from scratch the entire technology, shaders, and systems for the characters and the NPCs to properly exist. So everything that can support equipment, because we have two objectives. First, to have a super dynamic equipment system that allows you to really see your character detailed, like to a satisfactory level of detail for 2024. And also, of course, without melting anyone's graphic card, especially on mobile, which is still a thing that we still need to do and deliver to. So I'll be honest, it wasn't easy. We spent a lot of time just improving the character system to a point where we're happy with, and we're pretty much there. We're gonna see a few preview perhaps of what we're talking about, but and that took a lot of time. But not only that, because we also had to rethink how the world works. You have seen some previews in the previous streams, the day and night cycle, the clouds, the lighting, post processing, like everything that pushes the graphics to a higher level. And of course, this means rethinking the technology behind it. Like we couldn't just, slam every player into a map and leave it at that and have like good luck for your computer melting. Also, small parenthesis, a good game, like a good graphics, mean nothing if you need a 4090 to run it at 20 FPS. So optimization, it's also important, and tech is part of it. So at the end we decided that it was better to just push back the test a bit and have some extra time to iron out the tech and to rework the assets, especially to because, and Venny is gonna elaborate on the combat and on other things a bit more, but we also wanted to push the envelope when it comes to animation, when it comes to VFX, spells, emotes, locomotion, etc. It's like all of the visual of the animation as well, like just looking exactly the whole package. And we're getting to a point
Just
where
one thing to add, because I
Yeah?
think you forgot it. Because, guys, we want to give the best possible feeling when you are playing the game. Everything that Abbo said is inside the bag to be reworked, and pretty much 80% is reworked already. Just needs a polish and tweaking. We also are revisiting the movement inside the game, and when I say movement, I am leaning towards the fluidity of non-jittering jittering moving in the character, etc. So this is a complete package. If you have good VFXs, bad animations, something is missing. If you had good VFXs, good animations, bad moving, again something is missing. So it takes a lot. And we need the time to make it right.
Absolutely. And by the way, to answer also a question on the chat, Slayer 90 asks for low-end system. Optimization means also that, of course, we cannot guarantee right now, like we cannot bind ourselves right now to minimum requirements right out of the bat, because we will be guessing. We will making an educated guess. But our objective is also to optimize the game as much as possible. Aside from the mobile thingy, of course, it should run on as many PCs as possible, because the point of these games is that we play them together, we share the world together. If you need a 6,000 gaming rig, 6,000 euros gaming rig to play, and then very little people can play it, it kind of defeats the purpose. First. Second, we're not making, again, a super AAA photorealistic game. We're going for stylites. We're still going to have some degree of simplicity. Don't go expecting, Overwatch levels of graphics on everywhere, because it's still, again, a smaller scale game on that side. But this is also a strength, because this means that you don't need a super mega powerful computer if we manage to optimize to a point that is satisfactory. And saying that you can play it to a 1060, I cannot guarantee it right now. It's very difficult to say, but we will definitely try.
No, absolutely. We are obligated to try absolutely everything. And as Abu said, we call him Abbo. This is the way we call him in the company. So it is a great challenge to make everything perfectly aligned so that it looks good, but it is also performant not only on PC, but also on mobile. One important note that needs to be given here is more details about what will be on the test itself, more presentation, like what you're going to see, some visuals, some unveiling will be given at the next stream. However, before we even cover this, I want to bring another news to the community, because we hear you loud and clear. A lot of you guys were asking where is the new update about the current PTR, etc. And we have come to the decision that we want to focus our full strength, our full capacity in producing the next best possible build. That said, from now on, the PTR builds will be always the version of the latest public test that was held in the year or in the past months. So when we release the current test, this is what will stay, and we are going to take all of your feedback, all of your bug reports. We are going to try to fix absolutely everything, but some things which are out of the scope or probably will be completely revamped, like the combat. Abbo already spoiled it. Won't get a lot of our attention. So this is important for you to know. That way, when the test comes, we are all in, all there to see the new things and enjoy ourselves.
Amazing. But I heard something about characters. I feel like we should give them more. Like people are really hyped up. I love the vibe today in the chat. Like it's absolutely lovely. All the questions coming in, all the hype going on. Let's move to the very next thing that I want to review. Oh,
Yes.
yes. That's a
Shall I
big
do the
yes.
honors?
Characters. So another concept. Abbo, can you tell us a bit what are we seeing on the screen? The design choices, the concept ideas. What is it?
Since we found that there's a lot of hype around the undead, we decided to sneak some more goodies about the undead. So this is nobility, Veltara's nobility. Of course, this is still a concept art, and we're gonna get most of these clothes. Actually, we want to actually put there. And by the way, the new character system allows us to get pretty close to the concept art, even in a modular fashion. This means that some of these could actually be wearable by the players. I'm just saying. This is actually feasible with a new tech. And but the point of the concept, of course, is to show you how refined and cultured the undead have become. They are a cultural and artistic powerhouse. They're not just evil for the sake of evil. They have been appreciative of the art and of the beauty way before becoming undead, and they still cling to that cultural heritage. We can also see this in their architecture, actually. Can we show something of their architecture, perhaps?
Yep,
Let's see.
there you go.
Let's go with this beautiful inn. So as you can see, the undead may be dead.
Maybe.
Maybe almost dead. But they still like to live a luxurious life in their... No, this is actually the inn. This is not the town hall. The town hall, I have the concept here, and it's much better, but it's gonna wait another time.
You're not spoiling everything, aren't you?
No. Like he wants to cover it all. But go on, Abbo.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, we will get there. But this is one aspect of Eltaras. Even the inns are very posh and very cultured places. They are elegant. They have big terraces to overlook, the streets of Eltaras and the other cities. And these buildings, of course, are meant to be spacious and luminous back in the day when Veltaras was still baited by the sun. The undeads, yes, they will have prosthetics and everything. And by the way, we are working on that, and we're getting there. It's looking actually pretty spiffy. Let's see the other one, though, because this is one side of Veltaras. This is the Veltaras, the undead. They like to rest. They like to spend time partying.
Before we go there, I just want to jump in and just tell you guys a story. The first time when we met with Abbo about the position of being art director in the company, I remember him like super excited, super hyped about the project, but he was like, man, I want to tell you something. I want to change the undeads. I want to change this. I am so tired of brainless zombies that are just walking the street. And he threw some ideas, and now you can see these ideas becoming a reality. And let's see what's next.
Yeah, I'm having fun with this, by the way.
You better be.
So this is, yes, this is actually the work in progress, but this is actually the Undead Forge. So the Undead, not on top of being very cultured and very baroque, if you will, they're also fairly industrial. As we mentioned last time, they actually have much more scientific prowess than the humans because they replaced faith with pretty much with science, and they decided to also improve their knowledge. It's not, rough industry. It's not, rough war machines, but it's more delicate. It's more craftsmanship. It's not uncommon in the city of Eltaras to see steam pipes and made of brass with valves, and it's all of that. And this is the other aspect of the undead. The undead actually, and we will see another example soon enough, they are very industrious and they know what they're doing, not only for the arts but also for the science.
Yes, we're taking completely different take on that.
Absolutely. And speaking of war, we have something more to show about that.
Ooh. Oh my god, I love it.
That's
So
all
yes,
paper wordy right over there.
yet another wallpaper from Scars of Honor, courtesy of the team. So what is this? This is, I'm not gonna go too much in detail because I want to leave some surprise. But let's say that in the continent of Irongarth, as we showed a few streams ago, there are a lot of hotspots for for the supremacy of the continent itself, and these hotspots are the key, the key points to control to get the upper end over the other factions. So the Sacred Order and the Dominations need to capture certain areas and to, get supremacy in those areas. This is one of those hotspots. Venny, do you have the permission to just name drop?
Not yet, but I want to say something else very important for everyone over here, guys. By the middle, towards the end of the stream, we'll be fully inside the game, me and Abbo. We are going to continue the stream from there, so stay tuned. Don't dare to leave. We are going to prepare and show you something really, really nice today inside the game, not just images and ideas.
Yeah.
It's very important.
You heard him. You gotta stay, guys. It's top tier.
Yes, stick with us.
Okay,
so no name drop. No name drop. Unfortunately, the almighty Venny blocked me. But let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we jokingly say this is a picture of our office, but of course this is not. Our office is a bit more grim, a bit more serious than this.
There's no key here, so definitely it's not the office.
Yes, exactly. There's still light. You can still see hope here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But actually, this is a concept art for one of the regions that we did mention in the previous stream, so I can explain. This is how Ondal's Fall looks like. Ondal's Fall is the swampy region exactly at the center of Irongarth. And it's pretty much the last land that is completely contested between the two factions. There used to be some lush fields, a port city, and some thriving economy. But after the twin baronies started fighting each other, and they pretty much ended up in a stalemate, the entire region has been destroyed by the siege engines, by the trenches, is completely destroyed. And this land, yes, is exactly on the other, like you can see in the background, the walls of Ondal's Gate, which is the last wall and bastion of humanity. And we have seen the last time, we have seen the concept art on the other side of the wall, which is much, much better looking, in a much better shape. And this is gonna be for the player an interesting moment because they they stay in the beautiful countryside, you know, and then they cross this gate, and then suddenly this is what they find in front of them: burned down cities, destroyed castles, etc., etc. So yeah, I hope you will find this area interesting. And by the way,
Oh,
I
they
hope
will.
that
Absolutely, they will. I'm sure of that.
And I hope that you will like open world PvP here, because this is the place where you will slap the other faction hard.
By the way, guys, let us know in the comments, what do you think about open world PvP? Do you find it interesting? Do you enjoy it, or you don't like it at all? Let us know.
Yes, absolutely. Destroy the Sacred Order. 10 out of 10.
How dare you?
Last.
Oh,
How
no,
dare you?
no. Open world PvP is the real PvP. True.
I mean, if you don't
Absolutely.
like open world PvP, you can always stick to other content. Of course, we're not gonna force everywhere open PvP, but there's gonna be some areas that, guys, if you want to quest there, be ready for, you know, a Strangleton Vale callback. You know, speaking of dominating and speaking of war,
no.
is a segue. Here we can see the concept art of the Undead siege engines, and as you can see, the Undead are actually a bit more advanced when it comes to technology. They may not have, I don't know, as much numbers and you know, faith and zeal as the humans, but on their side they do have pretty spiffy technology. As you can see, they are much more into gunpowder compared to other races, and their siege engines reflect that. So here you can taste a triple cannon, and I wonder how long a gate would last against such a contraption.
Not very long. And I would like to take a moment here just to recognize the style, because guys, as you can see, we are trying to create a style that is actually Scars of Honor. Stylized look is something that is a very vague phrase. A stylized look is something that you can see in many different games of different genres. However, to find your current style, your unique stylized look, and this to be defining, so that the moment when you see it, you say, oh, this is Scars of Honor, this is other game, it's really hard. And I would like to take the moment here to appreciate Abbo and the team about the work they did, because you can guys see it. It is just taking completely different shape, and the progression in the art, let us know in the comments. Is it going well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You should. Everyone who's watching right now, I mean, that's what I mean by you should, not you, Veni, and you, Abbo, but everyone who's watching, let us know right now what do you think about it. And of course, if you have anything that we should be adding more on top of that, let us know. We're open to any feedback. And
Absolutely.
let's. I think that's about it, though.
And by the way, let me double down on the shootout to the art team, because again, I came in, I nuked 90% of the previous work, and I said, guys, what if more? What if higher? What if better? And they kept.
And I just said yes.
Yes.
And not only they are keeping up with me and my insane requirements and my insane requests, but they're really pushing the envelope, guys. It's beautiful when a team is motivated and is pushing for better stuff. These guys are amazing, like an amazing art team. Of course, entire team is doing wonders, but of course I speak for the team that I'm personally following. I'm very happy of the work they're doing, and guys, we're delivering something new, something unique, and something that can have an impact. Sorry, I will finish gushing, but I really need to underline this.
Don't go too far.
But it's worth underlining.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
absolutely worth it.
Guys, don't get, like, the art team shouldn't get complacent though. Like, we're not done yet.
Absolutely, we are not. Okay. Right. So, is it time?
Oh, is it time? I don't know, guys. Is it time? But time for what, though? Oh, I guess it's a ad break. No, I'm just kidding. We are not gonna be taking any ad breaks.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah. No. We're not gonna be having any ad breaks, but are we ready for sure? Veni, Abbo, Veni.
Absolutely. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go and let's see what we have prepared for you inside the game, because we have plenty of things that are changed.
Oh
So
yeah, my heartbeat monitor is getting up. I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but whew, I'm getting some chills right over here. Maybe because it's getting colder now that it's dark over here.
it might be.
And the chat is, oh my god, can we hear it louder, chat? Can you go even louder, guys? Come on, I wanna see the chat blowing up right now. Come on, show me what you got there. Like, don't be shy. Just show me the best of it. There you go. Go on.
Like, but the Abbo spoiler files, there, guys, I cannot. Like, there's Venny literally next to me watching. I cannot.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
And here it is.
Oh
Here it is, guys.
Oh my god.
So, from where should we start, Abbo?
Well, Happy New Year, as Neolux said. Happy New Year. But let's go.
Yes.
Let's get started, guys.
Let's start with the screen itself. Like the most observant among you may have noticed that we are revamping the character screens. And,
we did. And
it's a very difficult detail to notice, but
yes, we have taken out completely a new approach in the character selection screens. Abbo has taken the initiative to create a unique window for each race. And right now we have prepared 2 of them to be demonstrated. The one that you are seeing right now on the screen is obviously the human one. It's not orc, it's not undead. We will later unveil one of those. Guys, let us know what do you think about the new rework, because we are having quite a lot more that needs to be added to the game. But this is the approach that we decided to take in the character selection screen. Next to the human one, we have prepared, of course, something from the domination, something a bit darker, and this is the undead. Here, I would like to give the word to Abbo to explain a bit about the design choices of why we decided to go a bit darker, a bit with a bit about the architecture itself. Can you tell us a bit?
Yes. So first of all, as Benny said, we completely scrapped the old system to make the same system that works for the world, for the character screen. So you can see the clouds moving in the background, like everything is dynamic. It's no longer just an image. And the second, this allows us to quickly make scenes for every race that we create, which means that every race can get its own very nice scene. And when it comes to the undead specific, I actually really like how this came out because of the lighting. You can see how the moon is reflecting on how the moon is reflecting nicely on the undead model. And by the way, check out the armors reflecting like actual metal, which is a new thing.
Saying armors. Guys, I want you to take a look on this. These basically are several variations of the armors applied on several different characters. This is undead female, this is undead male. Here is something very, very important, which I would like to take some time to address it. We decided to go completely and overhaul the whole character system, like Abbo already said, shaders, etc. But we went a step ahead, and we know how important the visual progression is. We cannot make a MMORPG, and we cannot give it to you without visual progression. We are all there to fight for the cool sword, to fight for the new very OP helm, etc. And that said, we needed to create something that is performant on top of that. So I want to highlight here the tech that we have revisited and the fact that previously, in order to draw a character on the screen with all these elements on itself, the gauntlets, the boots, everything that you see on the screen, basically was a separate entity, a separate mesh, and this was not very performant, as you probably the more technical amongst you already know this. So we went ahead and we reworked the whole system to achieve two very important things. First, we don't want to create a game client that is 50 gigabytes of storage, because why? We are also doing this on a mobile and we need to be very optimized. So what you see here as a let's say a Wolves mesh is basically absolutely the same mesh fitted to this race, and then applied the attachments, as we call them, so that it can look exactly the same and it can give a tailored fit armory on the character itself. This does not use like 500 different meshes for all different races. Second of all, once we completed this step, we decided to go ahead and make a unification, which is kind of a great challenge that I'm so happy with the team we were managed to overcome, which allows the whole drawing of the character to happen with a single draw call. So more optimized than this, it's just not possible. This is why we can say Scars of Honor will be running very well on a PC and on a mobile, yet not optimized in the current state, but it will be there for sure in the future.
Yeah, I would say it's getting there. Like the character tech, it's paying off already. Like right now, every character is one mesh and one texture, so
Absolutely.
and one material. Actually, it's two textures, but again, there's a reason for that, because should we give a preview, a small taste of what this system can actually do? Because we cannot demonstrate it yet, but we can say something, and then people will understand if they're attentive enough. So this system, right now, this is the armor that we're using for testing, and we have other underway that we're making. Let's say that we wanted to stress test the system with the first armor and make it like super rock solid and try to break it ourselves so it can handle everything we throw at it. One thing that came out is every armor piece individually has up to 4 layers for coloring. Now we're using it for metal, iron, gold, leather, whatever. But these are values that can be changed. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Those values can be changed, including also how reflective a material is. So you think about it and you think what we can do with this.
Absolutely. The sky is the limit here.
And I was having a very hard time keeping the spoilers away, I can tell that. And the chicken, honestly, if he had to blink if he needs help, he already done that so many times. So, but we keep going.
Okay, so without further ado, let's go inside the game and let's see what we have prepared there for you guys. While we are loading, I would invite Abbo to join me also inside Irongarth, which is a nighttime. So it would be very nice if we see him around, because guys, we are going to show you several very cool stuff. That's I would like you to see.
I am logging in. Just a second.
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
I mean, why are you shirtless?
Why are you shirtless?
Yeah, why?
I just like the warrior
vibe. We are live
vibe
on social media, and there's like specific terms of services, sir. So
here you go. Here you go.
You can also show that fancy armory now.
Yeah, here you go. So these things are well. So should we teleport directly to the place where we can see the cool stuff, or
Let's give
Yes.
him a bit of time. Let me see how many yeses. If I count 15 yeses, then we're gonna be doing it, okay? Let me see how many yeses can we get in the chat right now. Like from all over social media.
Here it is. Hello, Abbo. How are you doing?
Hello.
We're still gathering the yeses, guys. So
Right.
give us a minute. Come on, guys. Let me hear the yeses. I want those yeses to be bigger than my screen here. Although it's pretty big, but anyways, yes, Queen. Let's go. Okay, I think I have enough yeses going around, so I allow you both to go.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have our secret teleport command. Let's go on our secret teleport location.
Okay. So guys, this is cheating. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Are
this
we
is
Unless
on
you're a
that part,
developer.
guys?
Unless you are a
Wait,
developer, then
is-
yes, do a lot of cheating.
Guys, it's been 5 minutes since we're in the game, and you're already doing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, I lost you in the blizzard. Where are you?
Here
Here
is
you are. Okay, you are.
So, guys, as you can see, there is a weather that is actually applied, and I would like to take some time to discuss about the recent tech that we did, that we involved in our server and client architecture, which allows to split the huge map of Irongarth and the upcoming other big maps that we have decided to, not decided, but we have integrated the so-called region system, which allows us to split the whole continent into regions and apply different weather to it. So this is pretty much the position where we need to be in order to demonstrate the changing of the weather. Abbo, would you use a hack again just to demonstrate what kind of a different weather we can trigger in the current region? And as you guys have seen currently, from snow it went into rain. So this is something, and it's actually a storm. Let's take a moment to see.
In this kind of weather, yes.
Yes, Abbo has the abilities of a god just to change the weather.
And somebody needs to make an anti-cheat system, guys. Like, this is getting out of hand with everything you've been doing so far, seriously.
Shall we remove the grumpy weather?
Yes, let there be light. Let there be light.
Let there be light, okay.
I am not getting it to my head.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. See what you did to the clouds. You just removed them.
I parted the clouds.
Yes, I will follow you, sir. So let's go, because you know the spots of these hidden areas.
Let's use our godly legs to climb.
Exactly.
Guys, don't try this at home.
You gotta wait for this spicy part, okay? Like hands like this, relax, enjoy, and we're gonna show it. Don't worry, we got this.
There's something.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm following you because, guys, I will just give you one surprise. Abbo is more familiar with the spots inside the game than me.
Yes. By the way, what you can see now, it's very unfinished. It's like super early landscape, but
see the size of it. See the size of it.
So yeah, what you can see here, it's the current vista on top of Greyfell mountain. So this is the highest peak in the Greyfell Highlands, and below us you can see the valleys of Greyfell Highlands. On our left, on our south, actually, we can see the peninsula that is where is Beltaras in the far distance. Here it is. You can see the Gulf of Beltaras, exactly, and down there it's the starting region of the Undead. And on the other side, this is at night. It's a bit difficult to see, but you can also see. Oh, but what is it? Oh yeah, because it's covered behind the clouds today.
We came in bad weather.
Yes, we came in bad weather. There's actually when the weather right now we're very unlucky because the moon is exactly behind the fog, and I unfortunately change the weather.
Can we change the weather to snow or something?
Yes, absolutely. We can do whatever we want. The only thing, the time of day right now it's linked to the server, so this is the only thing right now. It's not editable.
Yes.
We may.
Yeah.
change
Oh
this later.
my god! Oh my
Yeah,
god!
this is-
Look at this. Oh, this is the storm.
Oh,
This
that's
is
Yeah.
the
thunder.
storm.
Sorry. Yes.
And
Even God can have a
here
typo.
it is. I feel like Christmas, guys. Tell me in the comments.
I
What
feel-
are we doing this Christmas?
Well, no doubt I'll be playing the game. I don't know about you guys.
See the fog. I just want to take a moment for you guys to see the fog and how the far distance is closed, how it immerses you in the feeling of you being in an open world. And this world is huge, and this is just one of the continents. Just one of the continents.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Are we
Absolutely.
getting the spoiler files out again?
No.
Okay, cool.
Because again, I think it's time for us to go in our second secret location.
Okay. Just give me the cheat codes so I can teleport there.
I sent you.
Okay.
Hacker immense. Damn.
And here we are.
Yes.
Lead the way, sir. But
Okay,
just before we go there, just let's take a moment just to see explore these amazing ruins, because the team has put some effort into making them. And I was personally today actually playing some sort of a jump event while I was trying to get on top of these ruins. Chat, let us know. Do you like this kind of endeavors? Do you challenge yourself when you are inside of such genre of games to be on the spots where others cannot reach? Tell me.
Okay, we need 10 yeses again. 10 yeses is going to be the minimum I'm going to be asking you guys for tonight, so let's go.
I take a minute to say, like, you can see how nicely the lighting plays, and the fact that you can have torches and possibly.
Guys, that was a
why
long
not?
question. I'm sorry to disturb you, but that was a long question. Like, can we shorten it a bit? Like, people are like, that was a long question. I can
No,
see
no,
the
I
tears
was-
dropping out of their eye, but okay.
No, I'm not gonna answer about lighting the beacons of Gondor. But what I want to say is that with this system of lighting, nothing prevents us from doing more immersive adventuring as well. Imagine having to, wearing a lantern at your belt to light up the way, or just using a torch to better see your surrounding. It creates a more immersive world
Absolutely.
for everyone to enjoy. Well, let's go.
Let's go,
It's
sir.
time to
I'm
go.
following you.
It's a shame that you missed a very beautiful sunset on our right,
Oh.
but we can do this another time.
It's dark. Just don't go so fast, so I don't lose
Can you see
myself.
me?
Yes, of course.
Cash,
I'm in
you're
front of you.
feeling very vicious today. Open world destruction, yeah or nah? Really? Yo.
I can answer pretty easily. No, please. Like, in a very controlled environment, it's an option that we could consider at some point. Absolutely, something like Winter Grasp could be doable. But let me assure you, destructible environment, it's a technical nightmare. You need to convert the terrain to another technology. And of course, for mobile, it's laughable. It's not doable. So, yeah, another time perhaps.
We are
So
going
here
to
we are.
something very, very nice. Can you just stop for a moment and just
Yes.
tell the people what are we seeing on our screens right now?
Absolutely. So we are actually at Melin's Landing. This is the eastern gate of Melin's Landing.
Okay.
Melin's Landing is the starting town of the humans. So this is where your adventure begins, at the docks of this town. And the eastern gate, it's pretty much leading toward a smaller sub-region, let's say, which is where you're gonna do your first adventuring. So it's kind of in World of Warcraft equivalent, it would be Northshire. So that would be the equivalent of Northshire. So a small valley enclosed by the gates of the city. So pretty safe, pretty nice. Just for you to get acquainted with the game. It's not to say there's not gonna be challenges, but it's also a bit quaint. Well, speaking of challenges, let's go exploring, shall we? Like
Let's
they've seen
go.
the city before.
Ooh.
Yes, let's go.
Let's see something else, shall we?
Of course,
I'm
I'm
curious to
I'm
see all the
following.
hacks you guys have in your pockets tonight. Like, this is insane.
Oh my god, what is this dark thing ahead?
Oh no.
What
Something
do we
here.
have?
Oh, well, I think we should investigate.
Let's investigate. MMORPGs, most of the part, the fun part in them is actually investigating, exploring. And here it is, guys. We have
Dungeon
Here, like,
entrance?
wouldn't this
Okay.
be a great place for a treasure chest? Like, you know, some minor jumping puzzle. You know,
some hidden stuff, some
Yes.
hidden mysteries.
By the way, loading screens will be only between continents. This is just because, of course, streaming has a price. There's gonna be probably loading for bigger dungeons, but we're talking about big dungeons, like things that we want to optimize in a specific way. 90% of these minor dungeons and content will be open world. That's one of the things we wanted to do. So what you see now, it's not like, it's very early and it's very rough. Like, this is like nowhere close to the level of quality we will have for a cave. However, it's a representation of what should be a traversal experience.
Yeah, and here I would like to take a moment also to just shed a light about why shed a light in something very
yes.
dark. Shed a light in something very dark. Why have we decided to make these kind of a caves, etc.? Because, guys, for us it's extremely important to create a feeling when you are inside the game about exploration, about delving into the unknown, about knowing that you don't know everything about the game. The game has something more to offer, something more hidden, some puzzles, something that is not taught by a guide, etc. We've been inspired by many games that doesn't doesn't hold your hand while you are there. Of course, there's need of a guide in the beginning, but not towards the end game of the journey that you are embarking on. So, without further ado, shall we?
Okay, let's go on this side. There seems to be some more light.
Yes.
Which is puzzling because it was... Oh my god, just a second, I got stuck. No, my mouse is getting all sticky. Like, it's like one button is getting...
oh my god, I really like what you did here. I really like what you did here.
So, just full disclosure, at some point I will, promise, implement like the light coming from here should reflect the day of time outside. I'm working on that.
This cave is enormous, man. See the size of it. It can easily have a boss inside. And a very large troll, maybe.
One of the chat suggestions was there's a big boss inside, actually.
But wait, there's more road. There's more to explore. Shall we?
Let's go into the deeps.
This is also a very nice place where we can go. Look at this, full of mystery. Whatever happened here, we don't know. But it seems to be some sort of ancient statue, some sort of you know, ruins.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows who's that? Who knows what is this for? You know what? We should probably take a minute and ponder. Yeah, let's do this and ponder our findings next to the bonfire, shall we?
Of course. Of course. Let's just sit down.
Yes.
That looks super cozy. Oh my god.
This is a place where you guys can sit down with your friends, chill out next to the fire, bring that old MMORPG feeling of connection, of community. MMORPGs are not there just to always go, always grind, always be chasing something. Games are there so you can relax at times. Of course, it needs to be fun, it needs to be engaging, but it also needs to provide ability for you to just sit down and relax. Games should not feel as chores, guys. This is something very, very important that we want to achieve in Scars of Honor.
Absolutely.
Shall we
Hands
unveil?
down. Hands down, yes.
But before moving forward, because we still have another secret, this cave still another secret to offer us. This is actually an idea that we were floating around and could be, of course, again, these are ideas right now. This is just speculation, so take it as a pinch of salt. But imagine having an actual mechanical function to bonfires. Imagine being able to adventure with your friends and actually getting, this moment of respite as an actual mechanical thing. You remember when you were gathering in front of a dungeon before the big challenge in Molten Core?
Yes.
Because at the end, if you think about it, like, since it is a very cozy, very emotional moment, like, if they think about it, that's what this is all about. Like, recapturing the spirit. It's not doing a one-to-one copy. Yeah, I put the sword in the bonfire for a reason, actually.
What is the reason? What is the reason?
Yes, it's a quote. It's let's say quote to Dark Souls.
More spoilers, you mean? Okay, got it.
But yeah, the point is we need to try to recapture this. And if you think about it, the original World of Warcraft, what we fell in love with when we were kids, behind the mechanics, behind the lore, it was the wonder of exploring a world together with other people, the friendships actual legitimate friendships that we made while playing World of Warcraft. So I think that this is as important as combat, as important as everything, as the lore. And yeah,
to be honest, community is the most important in MMORPG. If you have the right community, it is just a life force that will never allow the game to die. It will just thrive and go up and up. And we are so blessed to have the best MMORPG community out there. I'm so happy and thankful about that.
Absolutely. All right, we rested long enough. It's time for the last secret. It's time for the last secret. If the mouse gets unstuck, follow me, please.
Of course I will.
So last time we took a right turn, but what if we had took a wall?
A wall?
I keep going through the wall. And here we are. Ooh, what's that?
Wait, wasn't that where you guys came in? I'm confused.
No, and you know why? Because I placed a rock to hide this. So when you come in, you actually don't see this path. But when you come back, you actually see only this path. And I did it using geometry magic.
You mean hacking? Okay, yeah. I mean, sure, yeah. Okay, interesting. Go on.
But there's gonna be a lot of that in the dungeons.
Exactly. You guys know me as Spoiler King, and let me tell you a bit about why this thing is placed here. In Scars of Honor, we have come to the decision that we want to hide entrances to cool and important stuff, to not always unveil everything. So you just press the menu bar and you just click sign, and here you go, you're right away teleported. We have decided to take a bit of a different approach, where we allow player interaction, player preparation before the event itself, and also information that is unveiled by the players. Not everything to be written, not everything to be guided, but let's say Abbo found this amazing entrance here, and right now he has the keys or the entrance, or he has sorted the puzzle for entering the dungeon. So he can call his friends, he can say, hey guys, you see what I have found here, let's go, let's explore it, because it has a mystery inside. I think we are going to find something cool, and this is the whole idea of why we are sitting over here demonstrating you this. Let us know, what do you think about this sort of engagement when it comes to dungeons, to community partnership in solving up game challenges. Do you prefer the easy UI mode where it just teleports you, or you want to be more engaged? What is your truth? Tell us.
Indeed. And by
Also,
the way,
be careful
may
with the
I ask-
answers because Abbo is gonna use his Ooga Booga magic by the looks of it, and you may not ever leave the dungeon ever. Okay, so be careful
I
while exploring
Uh,
around, guys, and upon your
yeah,
answers, of course. You know.
I will just patch the game while you are exploring the dungeon, so you turn back, there's an actual like wall
Yep.
behind you.
So be
Uh,
careful.
But actually, this is. I would like to add one thing. This also leans a lot into what they did with Season of Discovery, which I think it was on its own a brilliant idea. The point of randomizing certain things, so you can't just read a guide about everything always. It's very engaging. Like,
Yeah.
who is to say that we may not, just create something random that you can't just look it up on IGN and just spoil it for yourself. Perhaps you need to work with your people. You need to work with your guild to figure it out.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? Anyway, shall we see what's behind the door?
Another
Manny,
door,
do you
maybe,
give me
or
permission?
more caves. Which one is it? What do you think, Chad? Is there gonna be another door behind that door, or is it gonna be more caves?
I think for now, let's keep it like closed, because we want to unveil the big secrets, the big news at the new stream. So as I promised, guys, by the end of this stream, we are going to sit down by a campfire. We are going to answer not one, but plenty of your questions. We are going to spend the time with you guys, and then we are going to announce a bit more information about the next stream, what is going to be unveiled, and this specific thing will be kept closed for now. Let's go to the campfire.
Yeah, let's go back to the campfire. You heard the boss. I'm sorry, guys. My hands are tied. And this is, by the way, the rock that I was talking about that hides the entrance. Yeah, let's go to the campfire and let's have some nice Q&A. Since it's very cozy and very nice. I mean, as cozy as a cave can get. But
this is the coziest cave I have ever seen, by the way.
How many caves have you seen so far?
Yeah, that's a good question. How many? How many? From 1 to a million.
So it is that time of the stream where we are getting our questions from you guys, and we are doing our best to satisfy them with answers. Without further ado, let's start with one of the most interesting questions, and of course, chat, fire up the questions.
Fire up the questions. Well, actually, we do have some questions already prepared while everyone's shaking off the excitement, because I can see that they've been put on the very top of the excitement. And as you guys walked away from that door, the excitement went like, oh no, like we want to see more. So I'm gonna let them shake from that stress, and we can answer some of the questions that we have gathered from our social media. Starting with the first one, will there be any item drops upon losing to make the game more exciting?
Absolutely on the spot question, which is, when given like this, it is super hard not to unveil what will be coming next. But the only thing that I'm going to say about this is yes, in some circumstances. And I'm just going to complete it till there, because again, more information will be given on the next stream.
All right. Okay. All right. Thanks for answering. Abbo, before we move to the next question, do you have something else to add on top of that?
No, I will gladly answer the next question, but this one, Venny has said more than it should have been said.
Exactly.
All right. moving on. And before I read the question, everyone who's watching us live right now, do not hesitate to shoot more questions our way, okay? We'll be happy to answer more questions. And back to you both. So the question is, I would love to see extensive character customization, not just during character creation, but through features like multi-classing, sorry, I'm a bit blind, multi-classing, and the ability to swap skills and gear based on different situations. Will this be possible?
Abbo, I
Shall
will
I?
give the word, yes, of course, to you.
All right, so this is a very apt question, considering that this stream we covered this point as well. So character customization is something that we're still expanding. There's a reason why we didn't show you the character creation per se, like customizing your character. Suffice to say, there's gonna be a lot of options, and I mean a lot. We actually overdid it a bit, in my opinion, but the results are pretty pleasant. So character customization per se with a new character system allows us to do layered customization. So we can not only do hair, we can add scars, tattoos. There's gonna be quite a few things that you're gonna see on top of just choosing, you know, hair, face, hair color, eye color, which is the default that everyone has ever had since 1995. That said, multi-classing right now, I'm not gonna say anything about that, but I'm gonna say that the loadout is something that is on our minds. The ability of switching a loadout, it's actually gonna be quite interesting a prospect, especially considering our progression system, of which I cannot say anything at the moment, and I won't say anything at the moment. But suffice to say, it's a lot. The principle is quality over quantity. We're not giving you 100 choices that have zero meaning, like, sorry, 100 options that you don't really get any depth from. But it's better to have few options that you can really customize. Like, you should feel like it's your version of the class, not just the class
Exactly,
with
exactly.
the meta. Of course, it's a lofty dream because it's the players will find the meta for us. It's very difficult to make every possible build perfectly balanced, but we will try, even by patches and content patch, to try to not let the game fall into the meta, the cookie cutter build. So this is important because you need to be able to try a lot of things, and loadout in this are very useful.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, before we go to the next prepared question from the forums and from the social media, let's go and answer several questions from the chat in the current stream. I would like to personally answer a question from Kashi, who is asking us, how do you plan the dungeons so that they have replay value? Will the dungeons be harder, or are you planning new features, etc.? Above all, the dungeons should not be a timer, which is already a huge problem in other games. So, the topic with the dungeon is pretty much requiring a whole stream of its own. But what I want to say is, we are planning to create a system that will basically allow replayability without boredom. What I mean by this is basically different mechanics, different wings of the dungeon opened at different parts of the day, different scenarios, different if you say if you want levels of toughness in the dungeon itself. So there are a lot of mechanics that we are experimenting with, and we want to see what will give us that special outcome, which allows us to have a replayability without you just feeling it as a chore because you're doing the one same thing over and over again today for a 15th time, let's say. Okay.
I would also add, if I may,
of course,
that with the tech improvement that we're doing, it's not beyond us to contemplate randomization inside of dungeons. Of course, it doesn't mean that you're gonna get a random boss every time you enter the dungeon, because that would be difficult to make it, at least too difficult to not to make it as a system, because you can give 5 random attacks to a mob and just pump up the HP and call it a day, but that wouldn't be memorable, that wouldn't be interesting. However, it's not necessary. No one is saying that the layout of the dungeon should always be the same, with the
Yes.
same traps, the same rewards. So this is again, take it with a pinch of salt, because the dungeons are a topic that we're gonna explore further after we finish the open world. Like, we're gonna really flesh out the dungeons. But for now, suffice to say that we have a lot of options at our disposal, and we already have an eye on replayability. We don't want for you to just wait a week to redo the same raid
Oh yeah.
100 times.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is another very interesting question in the chat. How will the game balance solo play versus group play? This is probably the hardest thing to achieve. One of the hardest things, of course, to achieve. But we believe that there is a great balance that can be achieved. We know that we need to provide for gameplay for the people that enjoy solo play, because there can be amazing gameplay in encounters like you facing a solo boss that is designed against your specific class, that is just a challenge that you need to overcome as a solo player in order to progress further. And of course, nothing outshines the group satisfaction of killing raid boss, which requires 10 or 20 or even more than that. So this can be achieved in that shape, and we are experimenting with that. Yet it's kind of early to say, but we are cooking something very interesting. And if you have any kind of questions that are purely gameplay related, just go in the chat, fire up, or anything that you want to ask us in general, we'll be happy to go. But now let's cover some more questions from the social media and from the forums again.
Yeah, thank you, Veni. I have gathered a few more questions from our live audition as well. But back from those on the social media, next one is, will there be free trade between players? Also, will players be able to trade freely and drop items on the ground instead of just destroying them?
This is absolutely interesting question. There will be a trade between the players for sure. However, not everything will be tradable. We don't want a situation where you've spent like I don't know, 3 years inside the game. You have achieved amazing progress, and you invite your buddy and you just throw everything that is like not that useful to you to him, which makes him like absolutely boosted right out of the gate. And this is not really a very fair to the rest of the player base. So some things will be completely restricted for trading, others will be, of course, allowed to be traded, because there needs to be an economy inside the game, and economy without trading is just not possible. But again, amazing question.
All right. Abbo, we have anything to add upon that, or shall we?
Let's move to the next one, which I think
Alright.
it's more in my domain.
Alright. And the next one is, the game looks great, but one issue I noticed was that the running animations felt too fast for the speed at which the character moves. Any plans to adjust that?
Actually, yes. This is a very simple question to answer. Yes, we are nuking pretty much all of the old animations, and we're reworking most of the locomotion and the camera. Not only that, we're giving some love to the controls as well. So we are overhauling that experience as well, because we realize that if someone plays the game for the first time and he feels like he's playing Dark Age of Camelot in 1995, it's not really the best impression to start with. So yes, absolutely. We're already working on it, and it's an absolutely valid point. And ideally, the next iteration, the movement should be on par with the rest of the art overall.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Abbo. Thank you, Abbo. We do have several more questions left from our lovely community. We have. I'm sorry, I'm usually pretty bad reading different nicknames from our beloved viewers, but I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Postum asked, what resources will player characters use for their abilities? Mana, energy, or something else? And will different classes utilize different resources?
Yes, this is again very good question. Kudos to the one who picked the questions. They're really in different areas, and this is something that we have recently worked on. For every different class, there will be different resources. There will be different requirements. Again, as a spoiler king, I will just tell you that we're currently working on a class that actually requires some debuffs on enemy targets so that he can cast his nasty abilities and devour his foes. So guys, yes, it will have the standard like requirements of energy, requirements of arrows. But when I say arrows, I don't say arrows in your back. We don't like this approach. We treat this kind of a resource more like something that is replenishable and it is a given to the class, not a requirement that you need to spend gold to acquire. And there will be some classes and some spells that will require a special auras to exist and special debuffs on you or on your target.
Okay, all right, okay. Our community is wow, coming up with
Hey,
more and more amazing questions. I'm mind blown. Like today, it feels like a celebration. You know, you have this feeling of Christmas coming, this coziness and everything. Well, I can say today it is better than Christmas. Like I feel like as soon as I wake up tomorrow, there's gonna be like gifts under my Christmas tree, which I don't have, but you can call that plant on the backside a Christmas tree. It feels so incredible. Like all the energy, the people, the questions, the amazing art and gameplay that we shown everyone. I'm mind blown. But anyways, I cannot contain myself. It's so many amazing emotions going through me right now. Back to the questions. Oh god, like I really cannot read your users, guys, so I'm really sorry. Cash asked, have you already think about items that we have to craft to finish the dungeon? Maybe a protection from a venom that we have to inject to be able to clear the dungeon with a special affix.
Yeah,
I
I will
I
go.
may.
Of
You
course,
want to
go.
go?
Yeah. No. Go.
Okay. No, this is actually part of the crafting, which is gonna be a huge aspect. As I mentioned before, layers can be customized for each armor,
Ooh.
and let's say that we don't want to do the crafting in a way that is just recipe resources, those like copper bar for the copper sword, end of it. We're trying to give some more space to the player. So dungeons will play a big role in that because dungeons can be a source not only of cool gear, as dungeons should, but also of cool materials. And cool materials plus cool blueprints means cool gear, cooler gear.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the other point is the idea of venom protection, etc. This is something we are discussing. It really boils down on tuning at some point. But the idea of, let's say, a venom based dungeon and you want to be prepared and optimize your character and then you prepare venom resistant to that dungeon, it's something that has been discussed and something that has been like it's on one of the options